listened to the video and it was pretty chopped up. So I don't feel like the female narcissist is being discussed enough, especially the covert. I'm looking on YouTube and I'm noticing a lot of people talking about narcissism, but it's a lot of talk about dudes, male narcissists. And there's like a lot of old information out, showing that like 70% of dudes are like narcissistic or whatever. There's some new information out showing that the percentage of women are a lot higher than that old information, right? And it's hard to detect with these coverts because they're able to fool therapists, family, friends, and I don't think, because a lot of these channels, primarily are women, so they mostly deal with dudes, and so they talk about dudes most of the time, which I'm not saying that there isn't a high percentage of dudes. I mean, there's a lot of people that just have narcissistic tendencies or like traits, but aren't necessarily a narcissist completely. But like, so I get it. There's a lot of dudes, but there's a lot of women out there that are narcissists that are not being, since the spotlight's not being really shined on them, they're able to get away with it. They're not even being looked at. And that's why I'm saying, like, I really feel like the female narcissist is not being covered enough. It's not being discussed enough, and that's allowing them to kind of like slide through. Shout out to my subscribers, my new subscribers. Love y'all. My old school subscribers, y'all already know, love y'all. And my TikTokers coming over and joining the tribe, appreciate y'all. But, just up, and I'm about to work out here in a minute. But I was just thinking, like, well, just getting back to my house. But I was just thinking, like, it's not being discussed enough. I'm obviously going to discuss it more, And not only that, I'm noticing certain communities, I can't even really talk about it. Like, I go to a couple channels, and I can't even bring up narcissism in general. They want to make it seem like it's some type of like trending situation. you know. So, and that's not even the case. They completely gaslight it. Every time I try to go somewhere and speak about it on another channel. So, I'm gonna stick to my channel, obviously. Doing it on here. Um, but I really believe that. I think that the covert female narcissist is so is getting by, without getting any kind of checks or balances or anyone looking for that. She's sliding on the radar. And truth be told, I think that covert female narcissist is like probably the most toxic, the worst narcissist out there. But I don't, I can't say that because I don't deal with dudes like that. So, obviously, women can have, their own story. But as far as being a male and running across different kind of narcissists that I've run across, that covert female, because they're able to fake empathy sometimes, when they want to. They can fake it, seem empathetic a little bit. So that covert female, but I just, a lot of these channels are just mainly focusing on men, and they're just not really putting, to me, the level of scrutiny they need to on these covert female narcissists. I mean, these women, they're destroying lives. Okay? We can obviously tell, now that I've been giving it some thought, Jada Pinkett Smith, narcissist, broke that man. But I mean, Will Smith probably kind of down low anyway. But still, definitely she's a narcissist. Now after knowing this kind of information, you can apply it to, your life real time. And I believe that there's a lot of overlooking when it comes to the female narcissist, you know, especially the covert female narcissist. So I just want more attention to be brought on to this narcissist because, like I said, out here ruining lives. You got to be a high level empath to be able to avoid, or to be able to finally wake up and realize that you're in a situation with a covert female narcissist. It takes a lot. So I want it. If it just has to be me, I'll be the one to do it. I don't want to have to be the only one doing it, but there has to be more discussions and more conversations and just more light shined on the covert female narcissist, because like I said, they be going both ways. So they be using their female friends. They'll have like, females they be messing with. They'll be having, side dudes. They just be like doing all kind of stuff, because they don't care where the supply comes from, So they just seem they're. I believe them to be bisexual. I think that they'll take, what I'm saying, from any supply they can. I really believe so. So, and I believe like the way the masculinity came out when the mask slipped, I wouldn't put it past. I felt like I was with a full stud, and a stud and a heterosexual dude, that ain't gonna work. You know what I mean? This is part of the reason why I left too, because it was completely like I was with someone that was competing with me, like they were a male. I mean, taking my style, everything, going against everything I say, trying to be the head of the house, all kind of stuff, trying to flip the whole thing. So I felt like I was in competition with this person, and it didn't make any sense because in the beginning they were or seemed feminine, but then again, like when I look back, I mean, she was wearing like fitness and stuff in the beginning. I mean, you overlook a lot of stuff until you look back and you reflect, and you're just like, yeah, she got like real masculine at the end, like when the mask came off. Like she was trying to run the house, she was trying to make me out to be like just like a disabled elderly person in there with her, that's a headache to her. Um, that should be using all the checkup, their check. But anyway, I mean, it's these people are these women are very dangerous, and they use everyone around them. And like I said, I believe them to be bisexual. I think that, like I said, she got real masculine, man. Like, I don't know, it's just there's a certain level of masculinity that can seem, but then there's a certain level where it's just like, nah, man, you was doing something with a female. You had to have been. You had to have been. Like that the masculinity, man. When the femininity just like checks out, and then it's just like, it's the way she used to talk and everything. It was just like, man, she be talking to me like she about to kick my ass. You know what I'm saying? And then she just be talking, and just it's like a level of hate. Honestly, like a level of hate towards me. Like it's a level of hate, and you just be like, I don't know. This masculinity is a little bit more than just wanting to go cheat or something like that. This is like some, like she would use like 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 I don't know, like dominating type like ways of speaking. Like just weird stuff. I notice stuff like that when someone's trying to like psychologically mess with me. Man, like I'm trained by the military. You can't do that. So when you start doing it, you trigger something, and I'm just like, nah, this person's trying to do like psychological warfare here, man. Like, be doing too much. So I really think that there needs to be a lot more scrutiny put onto this kind of narcissist. I think that a lot more channels need to be, because I hear a lot about the men, and I'm not trying to say the men don't need to be got. Get them. They need to be got. Get them. Of course. I'm not a narcissist, so I don't care. But these female narcissists, man, these coverts, not the grandiose or these other kinds, these coverts, these coverts, they are very dangerous. They are very dangerous, you know. So I don't want to seem like I'm going to dwell on it too much, but I'm going to probably make a little series on, how dangerous the covert female narcissist is. How greedy they are for supply. You know, how easily they'll move on to the next person, um, because they can't be by themselves. How they're overly the hypersexual, however you call it. You know, yes, that's it right there, right? Like I'm not trying to, because I have no problem with any, LGBT or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I have no problem with that. I'm just saying that my problem is the anybody that's like down low, like if you're gonna be what you're gonna be out about it. But I believe these people are down low, and I just the stuff that she was doing towards the end, man, I would have swore she had a girlfriend. You know what I mean? Like, you know, the way she was going at me like she was a stud or something, and she was like, man, like you can't, a stud and a dude can't, that don't even make any sense. It don't even make any sense. So I didn't even want to have, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't trying to be sexual with her no more. Like I don't need no woman like that. Like I stopped being sexual with her months before we broke up because I'm like, man, you crazy? Man, you're like a whole dude. I don't mess with a dude like that. That's crazy. So I just didn't, because I'm not gonna argue with you. I have like one dude friend. I don't hang out with dudes like that. So for her to start going into this whole very masculine type of behavior, the arguing, the way she would argue, it was the craziest stuff. You know what I'm saying? The craziest stuff. It was like a genderless spirit in her. You know that would, like I said, I believe that she'd mess around with a chick and then just so it wouldn't be considered cheating. But she would do it for more than that. But I'm saying like she would justify it that way, or something like that, or whatever. It's just I don't know. I don't think that she would just cheat with a dude. I think that she would, especially the way towards the end. I don't want no dresses being worn no more, anything like that. Just like sweats and stuff. And I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I could be reaching. I could be reaching. You know, I'm just saying. This person I was with, I believe towards the end of the relationship, I believe that that mask slipped, and some stuff started making sense. I believe that she was, bisexual, to put it nicely. You know, I don't need that. I don't need none of that stuff. I don't need none of that extra stuff going on. Any of that kind of sneaky ass spirit. I want nothing to do with that. So it's a lot of reasons why I knew that it was time for me to go. It wasn't just, she discarded or tried to do a reverse discard. Yeah, that too. But it was just a lot of other stuff I noticed, because your discernment is like crazy. So you just always in your phone, all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? She say stuff like, yeah, I want to get some head, I'm like, head, head. I'm a dude. You mean like face? You mean like my mouth? Like what are you talking? Like this real? I don't know. She was doing like real. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm just saying like, and I believe maybe she had been like that the whole time. She just was mask on most of the time with me, but like the feminine type of dressing stopped being worn, and the sweatpants and pajama pants and stuff was being worn, and just talking crazy, getting them, whenever she had an argument with me, because they always start arguments, getting in my face, knocking stuff off the counter, breaking stuff, just real, I mean, masculine behavior, and it just makes me believe that her supply was a woman, and maybe not even sexual, maybe just the person she went to that told her what she needed to hear was a woman, and she took on the male role. Cause I'm just the trash at that point. You know what I mean? I'm just I'm the dude that's paying the bills. I'm in a third party situation at this point. You can tell too. They start taking on the personality traits of whoever they're with. And how that person feels about you. That's how narcissists act. So it don't matter how many years they've been with you, they start doing this stuff. So you're having to know, well, I mean, I'm a veteran, so I'm trained, right? I'm like, okay, bullshit, enemy, time to get away. That's all I know. But like a regular person, I feel sorry for y'all, man. See, she messed with the wrong one. Like I really don't understand what she thought. Well, they don't know you. See, that's the problem. They don't. If I think back, that woman never took the time to get to know me. Never. I never knew her. Like I started listening to country music because she listened to too much rap and made me uncomfortable. It made me uncomfortable. You know what I mean? I'm a black dude. I don't listen to rap like that. She's a white woman. Like no. So I started listening to country. She wasn't trying to listen to that country stuff. She still was trying to listen to rap. So like I just don't. She just didn't try to get to know me. I tried somewhat to get to know her. Probably obviously not well enough because I never tried to go through her phone and her laptop. I want to make sure I say laptop because I've been discussing this with the my family in the chat, and like one of the young ladies said, their computer is everything too. For the men be using their computer, making it seem like they doing some work and stuff like that. But women be using their laptops and tablets and stuff. I forgot that she used her laptop and tablet. But she's right about the men, what I'm saying, trying to make it seem like doing something on there, doing a bunch of cheating and stuff. Just like the narcissist woman, is using her phone to keep her supply open from wherever it is, the friends, the minions, the other narcs, her side pieces, male or female, whatever they are. I'm not gonna sit here and play. My intuition's telling me that she was on some bisexual stuff. My discernment's telling me that. And I'm not gonna sit here and act like my discernment ain't. My discernment has gotten me through Iraq twice. My discernment has got me working for the White House, you know what I'm saying, without getting caught up in no mess. Because, I mean, you can't even get parking tickets working for the White House. I worked there without, my entire duty honorably discharged and everything, right? My discernment is mint, man. It is mint. And when I started getting all this masculine behavior, and it was also she was trying to I told y'all this before in one of the other videos. She was trying to emasculate me. See, I'm a real old school male. I don't do none of this fruity ass, goofy ass stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I don't do anything like that. So and yeah, so I feel like she was trying to, I mean, just doing emasculating type stuff, like trying to let me know that she's the man of the house. It was just weird. It was weird stuff. The fellas know. I mean, when you in a house with another dude, like, you got to give that dude space, and sometimes you butt heads or whatever. If you roommates with some dude or whatever. But like when I was in Iraq, like me and was in that trailer together. Me and my friends. So man, we just argue sometimes. Like you dudes, it's like that. You gotta give each other space. Sometimes you gotta not be in there just to give the dude space. I feel like I had to give her dude space. She was just weird, you know what I'm saying? Like and I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna chase nobody. I don't care. I'll let you go. I don't want to run it up too long. I just wanted to bring that up. Those covert narcissists, be careful, y'all, because hey, they'll I believe that they be on some bisexual stuff, and you be thinking that they just messing with dudes. Hey, these jokers out here messing with women too. You know what I mean? They got all kind of stuff going on. So just beware of that. I'm not gonna hold y'all too much longer. I'm getting to work out, but um, I'm gonna talk about this more. I'm gonna drop like a series because I don't think there's enough. There's not enough people talking about. There's just not enough. I looked for it, and I'm like, man, what? And then every time someone like, and this is no offense to the women that talk about this stuff, but they'll start talking about the female, and then they'll start talking about dudes again. They'll start talking about the female narcissist, and they'll drag dudes into it, and it's like the dude's fault, like yeah, and these dudes be out here letting these female coverts, these misogynists, and what? Yeah, I thought you were talking about the females. How you dragging the dudes into this again? So I mean, if that's what's good about me. If I'm gonna talk about the dudes, I'm gonna talk about them. I ain't gonna drag the women into it. If I'm gonna talk about narcissists in general, but are y'all trying to talk to me or something? Yeah, y'all. What I do is I'm just talking and trying to get it out because if I try to do the chat and read the chats, I won't remember whatever I'm trying to say. So this ain't pre-recorded or nothing like that. This is live. Like it's live. Like I'm in this right now with y'all. I'm looking at what was just said. You know what I mean? I apologize that I didn't read what you. I didn't even know that you guys were like actually chatting this much. Yeah, I'm not trying to, you know what I mean? And I'm not trying to come out funny or nothing like that. I don't want anybody trying to diagnose me or nothing like that online. Man, I got my own way of, healing and stuff. We've been separated, man. When did she discard? April. Yeah, she discarded April. So since April, you know, officially like April. Before she obviously emotionally detached way before then, you know. And again, I mean, we don't know what she did. I haven't done any investigation into because I don't care. I'm not going to. I'm just chopping it up with y'all, just speculating and using my discernment. Your discernment might tell you that it could be just her hanging out with females. She might not be doing nothing sexually. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like it could, that's why I don't really like put out too many details because I don't want anybody trying to overly think about what I got going on. No offense. I'm not trying to look for no therapy or nothing like that. I'm just up here putting out my situation, and if you can relate, you can relate. If you can't, you can't. It being fresh or not really don't have nothing to do with it because I'm a veteran, right? So I could emotionally detach myself from anything if I really wanted to. I'm just gonna be real. I'm a combat veteran. I've been to war twice. I work for the White House too, so I could literally emotionally attach myself. It's not about that. It's about healing properly, and that's what I'm doing. You know, um, I don't know how long it would take to heal. Hell, it might take me. What I'm saying? I don't know when I might date somebody again. I don't know. I'm gonna make sure I'm good to go before I do. And however fresh it may seem, I've gotten a lot done in a very short period of time. That's why I'm able to talk to you guys right now. I had to go like 3 months without internet. You know what I mean? Like so, it's been a process. So I'm also using these videos to log my process during this. So I don't know what the questions are for. I mean, you're able to ask them, but I really don't know what the questions are for. I mean, what do you mean? What do you mean? Why would I want to compartmentalize? Oh, okay. I don't know if you're really asking. Are you asking a question, or are you just kind of like making a statement? Or are you just kind of like agreeing with me? I'm not sure. That's and again, that's a part of the reason why I don't really read the chats because I'm just getting it out. I start reading the chats and I'm trying to comprehend what someone's saying in a message. I can't always comprehend it, you know. But I mean, I'm just what I'm trying to do. And a lot of people on here be thinking that I don't know. I don't. I'm different, I guess. Oh, okay, okay. That's why I didn't want to like make the assumption that you were, even though you had a question mark there, I don't think um, you were really asking a question. You know, I just, I'm on here. I could easily go through this and not make any videos, but I just kind of want to make sure that if there's people out there going through it, and there's a lot of people that are in the same place I am, and in the chat, if you look at the comments, they'll say like, man, whatever you're saying is exactly what I'm going through. Others that aren't going through the exact same place, it might seem like it's raw or something, and I might need help or something. I'm not sure because I be getting some comments sometimes like, "Oh, don't feed them, don't give them fuel or whatever." I'm making content, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm making content. Like if I were to let my phone run all day, I got my son primary custody. I get off it. You know what I mean? I'll be playing with my son most of the day. You know what I mean? I be with my son most of the day. We chopping it up, man. We watching like TikToks and stuff. I don't. So I guess just by my tone and stuff, people assume that man, I gotta make content, and I'm just a passionate person. But I'm very thorough minded. You know, when I do something, I think it through. You know, that is something I compartmentalize, and I don't just do stuff without thinking about it. So, but I guess I come off a different kind of way. Maybe I come off like I'm just like getting on here and just running my mouth and because I make everything kind of look easy. Nah, I think about everything before I do it. I script stuff write stuff down a little bit so I can have my thoughts together, and then I come on here, you know. So if I come off like I haven't gotten past the hurt, which I don't know how I'm coming off that way, it's only because I'm trying to be as real as I can be without putting a mask on and hiding a little bit of what I'm going through from y'all, just to make y'all feel comfortable, if that makes sense, right? I'm just trying to give it to you straight. I'm hoping that you guys look at the overall picture and not just the passion in my voice in the moment. That's what I'm hoping. Like, you're looking at, like, okay, well, it looks like he's working out. It look like he got his, you know what I'm saying, his money together. Like, he got his own place. Like, I'm hoping you're looking at that. Like, he's taking care of his son, and not just listening to what I'm saying and trying to nitpick without sounding disrespectful. You know what I mean? Like, just give it the same brush over you would your own life without overly thinking about what I'm doing. Like you're watching a TV show. I'm still human. I make mistakes, and I'm just trying to make sure I give it to you raw. I don't want a mask on. Like, I'm not. I'm hoping that mask on stuff dies out of social media soon. You know, and people just be who they are. You know, sometimes people they don't have the best day, or in that moment they might get into a little rant or a tangent, but that don't mean that, you know, they're gonna get off the live and go do some weird stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I guess the way I speak, maybe what I'm really trying to do is just the thoughts that I'm having. You know, I'm just kind of like putting them out there to you guys. You know, like a vent session. You know, just like putting out like a vent session, not like looking for therapy or any guidance, just like a vent session. You know what I'm saying? Um, Telling you guys what I'm going through, what I'm thinking about, right? Not necessarily looking for anyone to think that life's falling apart or something. They have to help get me back online. Nothing like that. I just want to give it to you raw. I'm not gonna mask on, mask off. We're keeping it this way. You know what I mean? But I mean, there's new people to the channel, and everybody's new. Um, I'm what I'm doing is trying to also create boundaries. You know, healthy boundaries. Just, hey, you know, I don't want any advice. I don't want any therapy. You know, you don't have to try to figure out if I'm, you know, if I hear gaslighting language, which I haven't heard, but if I hear gaslighting language like, oh, you sound hurt, or you're still like, that's kind of silly. No one said that tonight. I'm just saying I've had that said to me, and that's silly. Like, you gaslighting me. You don't you cannot tell where I'm at in my life just based off of one video or a conversation. You know what I'm saying? And I want to get back to people, giving people the benefit of the doubt and just trying to think of the best of people instead of, you know, picking people apart, looking for the little imperfections and highlighting them. You know, like, you know, work with them. If the imperfections aren't that big of a deal, let it go. You know, let it go. If it's something that they're asking you for help them. If they're venting, you know, you gotta take the passive role. Let them vent. But yeah, I mean, this conversation, it definitely started off with just talking about the female narcissist, um, and just how they act. You know, now that I'm like meeting women since, you know, or is when you were in it, you know, you just thought that's the way some women are, but no, that's not how women are. That's a whole spirit. You know, even women I run into that are mean now, like, they're not like that. You know what I mean? Like that. That's like a whole spirit, like a hate. You know, like a hate type of thing. And again, I'm telling you how I felt going through it, you know, whatever. I also put out videos where I'm working out and being, you know, positive and talking about raising your vibration and keeping it there. But sometimes you gotta talk about the real, you know. And some of us have went through some stuff with these narcissists where we giving them a whole lot. We gave them a whole lot, and even though we're out of it and, you know, got our healing going on, we still like to reflect and look back and see, okay, well, how can I make sure that this don't happen again? You know, Or if you have a friend hitting you up telling you certain things about a person, you know, you don't automatically jump and say, "Oh, you're that you're with a narcissist. She's a narcissist." No, you just like listen to him. If he asks you, what's your opinion or whatever, then you can let or he or she, you can let him know. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, most of the time, I don't even know if people really want advice. I think most of the time people just want to vent. I don't really think they really want to be told what to do or what somebody else thinks. Well, we hit 30 minutes. I don't want to hold y'all too much longer. I appreciate y'all being here with me. Um, and whoever watched the replay, I appreciate y'all watching the replay. Y'all replay watchers, y'all really be getting it in. You know, I hope y'all enjoyed this one. Again, I'm going to make a little series on the covert female narcissist. What I'll do is I'll try to generalize it a little bit more. And what I'll start doing is I'm going to start bringing up other exes. So that'll take the whole, it's not intentional gaslighting. It's not. But for some reason, people hone in on the wrong thing and miss the message. Like I'm trying to get the information out, for people that are going through it in the moment or just went through it or whatever. And the ones that aren't are just kind of like honing in on, man, what did this woman do to this man? And you're honing in on the wrong thing. Like I'm creating content, and there's people that this helps, and there's people that actually communicate with each other in the comment section of each video. So that's the reason why, you know what I mean, I go into depth and I talk about it. I don't do it for therapy. I'm not doing it, well, not for someone to give me therapy online. I'm not doing it for anyone to hone in on a specific situation I have. So what I'll do is I'll generalize it more and have different relationships, because I've had multiple relationships with narcissists. So I'll spread it through those. And then I guess I'll splash in some what I've done since then, because people are interpreting these, some people are taking these videos the wrong kind of way, and I don't want to have any conflicting conversations in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's not the point. Like, this one person didn't ruin my life. This if anything, when you get out the other end, you realize you allowed these things to happen. So that it's like your fault. Like, how it's your fault. How, what part of it's your fault. And then you realize how much control you have of your life. But looking back and reflecting, there's nothing wrong with that. But if I was a regular guy you met in a bar and I wasn't talking about narcissism, you wouldn't even, you know what I'm saying? You never know. But it's me online opening up to you, sharing to you guys, you know what I'm saying, what I went through. Not to be judged, not to be criticized, not to be critiqued, but to just open up, let you guys know what I went through. And if you've gone through it and you can relate, then that's what it's meant for. If you have not gone through it, or if you haven't, you can't relate, it's not necessarily meant for you. So don't get offended by it, or don't feel like I'm a man on the verge of whatever you think I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm very blessed right now, and I'm actually the happiest I've ever been. So, however I'm sounding, disregard it. Okay, listen to what I'm saying. You know, I'm great. I'm blessed, highly favored. God's got me. But what I am going to do is, no matter what's being said, I'm going to get on here and I'll make these videos, because it's good for me and it's good for the people that it helps. And as long as I'm helping somebody, I'm a veteran. 2 tours to Iraq, right? I love helping people. If I can help people, I'm going to do it. You know what I mean? So, and I'm getting pretty good at like handling questions that I don't understand, or a way of thinking that people have that I don't understand. Like, I'm learning how to just, okay, well, you're entitled to feel that way, and then just keep it trucking. Whereas I used to, of the recent, past, be like, I don't understand why people are thinking too hard or overly worrying about what I got going on. Because if you think about it, a lot of people, and most people, man, they have so much stuff to work on themselves. I tell people all the time, if you focused on improving yourself instead of hiding your demons, hiding your shadows, making a really good mask for people, you wouldn't have time to be worrying about nobody else. As a matter of fact, the people that I feel like that run around and give a bunch of advice to people, I feel like those people are the ones with the mask on. You're trying to hide all your imperfections by running around giving advice that no one asked for. So I look at people differently than most people do. I like people that are just humble and just like love life. The ones that do that mostly be listening and don't really be doing that much talking like this, you know, and then no matter what, after you're done talking to them, you know what I mean? They didn't judge you for whatever you said. You just know that you know what I mean? Like they have no opinion. Like that's how I am. Like somebody could tell me anything, and I'll be like, and we go through whatever, and I'll be like, hey, we get some pizza. You know what I'm saying? Like that's, I mean, I don't put no, unless someone says, hey, David, like, can you put like some thought into this? Man, somebody tell me something. I'm there for you in that moment, and I don't put no thought into your business outside of that conversation. I just don't. I don't. I feel like at that point, then I'm passing. I'm going past a line, like a boundary that I shouldn't be, because unless it was requested, and I think a lot of people do that, and it's become normalized. But like making an opinion about somebody else's business that was not requested, and then having the gall enough to kind of give that person that opinion that you've decided to come up with on your own without anyone asking you. That's some gall. You know what I'm saying? Like I sometimes I let people finish their sentence, but I'll be like the whole time I'm just sitting there like, man, I never asked you for this opinion. And why in the world have you put this much thought into me and what I got going on outside of our discussion together? It weirds me out a little bit because I don't do with people like that. And when someone's overly thinking my business, I be like, okay, definitely got to dial back telling people my business because got to move in silence. That's just weird to me. But I mean, we're chopping it up on here. I'm just talking about like outside of here. Like y'all getting on here and asking me, it's like it's social media. So y'all don't know. Some people on social media want people to interact and be all in their business, and some people on social media don't. So but I'm talking about like people in person and stuff like that. But I mean, social media can apply to. So I'm not like that. I'm even on social media. I don't want to know anybody's business, any other YouTuber, TikToker, and if someone tells me their business, like what's going on with them, if they ask me like, so what do you think? I'll tell them. Other than that, I just think they're venting, and they just want me to sit there and listen, and that's what I normally do. Well, I done ran it up. I gotta get in here and still work out and record a video or two for TikTok. But I appreciate y'all for hanging in there. I appreciate whoever this is that's still in here right now. You know what I'm saying? If you're one of my subs that appreciates me, appreciate you. If you're one of my ops, I still appreciate you, for coming in, keeping me company. Love y'all. I'll be on it again like I normally am. 7:15, 9:15, and maybe 11:15. I'm not sure yet if I can handle all that, but definitely 7:15, 9:15 a.m. I'll be coming live, doing some type of workout on one of the videos while talking my talk, and then also another video just talking my talk. You know how I do. But don't know what y'all are doing up. If you can't get to sleep, I know y'all got to work tomorrow. I know somebody got to work. Not tomorrow, later on today, right? Yeah, later on today. I don't have to work, so me being up this late don't mean nothing. That just means I messed up my sleep. Which what I'll probably do, I might just push through the night. Get my son on the bus, and then make my videos, and then like go back to sleep or something. You know what I mean? I don't know. Man. I can do whatever I want. So you got it. Like, hey, I'll just figure it out. Later on today. If I get inside here and I start working out and I really feel the groove, I'll just get on TikTok, and then I'll get like probably like 200 people in there on that live, and then that might pump me up. And I might get on YouTube and make some videos. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm really enjoying what I'm doing right now. So while I'm enjoying it, I'm trying to make sure I do it. When you're excited about getting up and in the AM and doing whatever you do, you're doing whatever it is that God wants you to do, right? Like when you get up and you're just like, I gotta go to work. Man, that sucks. But like when you get up and I don't even have my alarm set. So my body is naturally waking me up between 4 o'clock and 5:20 every day. So I can't wait to get up. Like even no matter how late I get, well, obviously if I go to sleep now, I wouldn't get up at that time. But like if I go to sleep like 11:30, 12 o'clock, I can still get up between 4 and 5:20. My body just wakes me up, no alarm. Like that's how excited I am about getting up every day. That's how everybody should be. And if your job sucks and you got to get up and you just hate, man, I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, life's not about that. Try to get to a point where you either have a job that you love to get up and go to, or career, or you're working for yourself and you're setting your own schedule up and you're getting up. Whatever you're doing, make sure you're getting up as early as you can, right? Like that golden hour type of stuff. Like was it between like 3:30, 5 or something like that, or 3 and 5, something like that. You know what I mean? If you can, I'm telling you, like you start getting up early. When you start getting up early, that's one of the things that started getting me to the place where I just started being super productive. Is just getting up early for no reason. Just getting up early for no reason. You know, starting to get up early for no reason, and then everything else will start falling into place. And then when you get up that early, man, you have so much time in the day. You're doing so much extra early before 12. By the time 12 hits, you got most of pretty much all your day done. So you're coasting for the rest of the day, getting caught up on comments or whatever, working out, kid got out of school, hanging out with them, stuff like that. But yeah, we done ran it up to 42. So I appreciate y'all. I'll be back on a little bit if I can't sleep. If not, love y'all. Stay blessed.